Well, this is all a bit different, isn't it? Welcome to the winter wonderland, which is Sherwood Forest, after we've had a touch of snow. Well, this, of course, is Clipston Old Quarter, and if you want to put a dot on the map where I am, I'm just off Peafield Lane, just outside Edwinstowe. That's the way we're going, up there, and I doubt that there will be many invertebrates found today, just some wintry scenes. No wrong with that though, it'll all be gone by tomorrow. The snow that we had yesterday ended up having nearly 2 inches of snow, and then we had a really hard frost overnight, but it's thawing now. But I've just stopped to appreciate this. This is an old hogweed seed head that is covered by snow and ice. They're fantastic things, ice crystals, which of course is another thing you'll never look at, especially now you've got central heating and the inside of your bedroom windows aren't frozen up anymore like they used to for us in the 60s and 70s. As you can see, I've not got very far yet. The landscape is just to die for. It's beautiful. It's not that often we get the clingy type of snow like this. This is the snow that has brought power lines down in the past. It's a good job we didn't get more of it, because this is the snow that brings the tops out of the ancient oaks in the country park, which is where I'm heading when I get there. Look at this. Here's a fabulous mix of 2 seasons. You've got the rich raspberry colour, ironically the blackberry or bramble, in their autumn finery. It's lovely raspberry colour, topped off by this frosted snow and ice. Doesn't it remind you of a certain portly gentleman? Not me, you fools, Father Christmas. This is nature's equivalent of the big fat chap that gets stuck in your chimney, but quite beautiful coloration. I love this. This is one of them things that appeals to me, a mix like this. Come up tomorrow, this won't be here, because the snow and the ice will have gone as temperatures get milder. It's one of them times when it pays to be out. Well, it's all a bit disappointing now I walked all the way up here. I thought the trees would still be covered with snow, but it's largely gone on most of them. And that's the way it's been as I've walked up through Clipston Old Quarter, actually, as I've got slightly higher elevated from Peafield Lane. The snow's got less, and up here there's barely a covering, but what there is looks nice. It sounds like it's raining, but it really isn't. It's just a thaw that's set in, and it's not as cold as it looks. Really is, to be honest. I have just passed someone dressed up as though we're continuing walking all the way to the Arctic. He looked at me and gone out. And I said good morning to him and he never even answered, so let's hope he is going all the way to the Arctic. He can be up there and bleeding miserable himself. But it's unusual to get a bit of snow before Christmas. And I say in this day and age it's unusual to get a frost, or several frosts before Christmas nowadays. Such is the way of the world and how the climate and everything has changed. You rarely even get enough ice now on the street to make a good slide. Those days of youth. But on the plus side, these older days are quite nice. When it's like this, and I've pretty much got the forest to myself. I don't intend to be unsociable, but I do like it. Especially when all you can hear is this. I expected most of the oak leaves to have been off after the frost of the last couple of nights. But none are actually dropping, surprisingly. I thought there would be. Some trees are that I've seen some alders in the town where I live at Market Warsop, and the snow underneath the alders is now covered with alder leaves. And that was a unusual thing, something that I'd never seen before in 2010 when we had the big snow on the 1st and the 2nd of December. I looked it up. I've been thinking it was 2012, but it wasn't. It was 2010. And the strangest thing about all that was seeing a thick covering of snow and leaves falling on top of it. The snow came before most of the leaves even fell. And that was strange. I'd never seen that before. Couldn't remember ever seeing that before. So, I think I've got a bit of sunshine. I think I'll continue my little wander. There's one thing about snow and sunlight, you get some fabulous effects. And I love this snow that's covering the forest floor and the unevenness of it, creating shadows and areas of light. It looks lovely. Although it can be cold, winter should be appreciated for the beauty that it brings. It's a considerably underestimated season. It's a shame there's not been so much snow here. We've certainly had more at Market Warsop, and that's a little over a mile away from here. Barely a covering here. But I'm going to have a wander down that way. I've got my trusty snowshoes on that I've had on all summer. It still looks nice though. We just had a little bit of snow, and now we've got some blue sky and a bit of sun. I did warn you that there'd be some scenic snowy shots. Sorry. That's what the good Lord provides snow for. That and Ski Sunday. We've actually got a few out and about. It really does look a picture in this midday sun. I think that's the first plane that's gone over today. I do hope it's the last. But look at the light on those oaks through there. It is just beautiful. I sometimes feel as though I'm the only one that really appreciates stuff like this. Is it just me? It's just fabulous to be out. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy going home, but being out here, it's a bit of snow on the ground, still some autumn colour on the trees, largely blue sky, the sun's out. What's not to like? Beautiful. This early afternoon sunlight, as it is now, really does bring out the best in some of these old ancients, especially those no longer bearing leaves. A lot of these have probably been dead hundreds of years, including this one. It almost turns the place into a sculpture park. They're absolutely fantastic things. They give a home and provide a home for thousands of invertebrates, especially during the winter. That tree will be full of overwintering inverts. It's surprisingly quiet today here. Not a deal of bird song, just a few contact calls from robins and wrens. But it's the silence and the peace and quiet that really attracts me on a day like today. No matter what the weather, it's always nice to try and have a walk round, have a walk to somewhere every day. Then you realise how warm your house is when you get back. But being out on a day like today allows the mind to wander and to think and to appreciate everything. It's a wonderful world. Even now, it's still a wonderful world. But I still don't think enough people take the time out in the wonderful world that they've been given and they find themselves in. They don't take the time out to appreciate it. It's just beautiful. And winter's not that long a season really. At home already, there's signs of things to come. Got daffodils just starting to show through. Even the ones I've got in pots. And crocus. They're already poking through. They'll be held back by the colder weather over the winter. But already the signs are there. And come Christmas time, there'll more than likely be hazel catkins forming, if not out. But for now, I'm going to appreciate this wintry autumn weather and the spectacular views and pictures that it creates. There's not a deal left of that ancient, just towards the left of the screen, but it is still alive. It's being propped up, but it is still alive. And it looks fabulous with that snow on the ground and the sun backlighting it. Beautiful. There's some warmth in that sun. Beautiful. Now I thought it was going to gradually cloud up, but it's gradually cleared again. Beautiful. But the snow's come and gone as a consequence of the sun. Much milder tomorrow, so they say. It was nice while it lasted. I like snow like that. Short-lived. I like to see snow. Don't get me wrong. Everyone likes to see snow. But as you get older, it's no fun. It becomes treacherous. It's all right when you're kids. You can fall over and bounce back up innumerable times. When you're older, it's a different matter. Fall down, you bust your hip, and that's that. As much as I like the snow, I still think the best place to see it is in the Swiss Alps and on Ski Sunday.